Hi, Geoff Nicholson here, Resilience and Performance Specialist, and today is life lesson number 1. So this is a compilation over the life lessons, or a compilation of things that I've picked up over the last 10 years of being well. I've celebrated being fit and well for 10 years, and I have put down 60 lessons that I have learned that has dramatically helped me change my life and my mindset and how I deal with things far more effectively and for my greater good. So what I want to do is I want to share with you these strategies. So life lesson number 1 is about starting the day right. You see, how we start the day generally takes us through how we're going to deal with the day right the way through. If we wake up a little bit angry, on the wrong side of bed, we could be a little bit shorter with people. Our tempers are a little bit frayed already. We may drive a little bit more aggressively because we just want to get to work, or we want to get into our destination. We aren't as productive as we want to be because we're stressed about something. We're not quite sure, we can't put our finger on it, but we know we just don't feel right. But what if you could be more in charge of that? What if you could do a simple and use a very simple strategy that can only take 5 minutes, but it will deliver you feeling zesty, more positive, and ready to sort of take on the day as it comes. That take charge attitude. And it's fundamentally the basic level of developing a strong mindset. So I want to share with you the strategies that I teach and that I find really useful about starting your day right. So number 1, music. Music has an amazing way of speaking to us on so many different levels. It can release dopamine into our brain that makes us feel good. It changes our moods because it can trigger memories of great holidays, brilliant occasions, things that we did with friends, or funny moments, or perhaps the lyrics themselves just make us feel good. So why don't you use that to your advantage? We live in this amazing world where we can carry literally our whole music collection in a small handheld device. There's things like Spotify or Apple Music, and you no longer have to do what I used to have to do when I was younger, and that's carry a small cassette tray or a CD tray full of music. But what is the way, if music helps us and speaks to our soul sometimes and can really boost our energy levels, then that's what we need to start looking at doing. And I invite you to try this, is create an upbeat morning playlist. Create music that just makes you want to sing, makes you want to jump up and down, just makes you feel good. For example, my morning alarm is James Brown, I Feel Good. I love the way the first moment of that song is that big scream that he does. I've got songs that are, Happy by Pharrell. I've got Justin Timberlake songs. I know, I'm admitting to it. I've got Queen. I've got a guy who I absolutely love called Tim McMorris. He's got some really positive songs and great lyrics. But ultimately, my focus at that moment is to make me feel good. And yes, when my family aren't around, I will dance and sing to my heart's content. It just changes my energy levels. It changes what we call our state. And what we want to do is we want to make our state as beneficial and as positive as possible for us to deal with the day. If you're feeling a little bit down, then get in charge and change your state. Listen to some good music and sing. So that's one tip. The second tip is looking at your goals. What have you got planned? What are the things that you really want to achieve over the next 6 months, 12 months? One of the things I do is every single day, and my clients have found this really useful as well, is that they review their goals in the morning just as part of their wake-up routine, because it helps them, gets them motivated. It helps them understand, why am I doing the work that I am going to do today? Because it's going to move me towards these goals. Once I've read through the goals, then what I do is I take a moment just to sort of think about, when I've achieved that, how would my life change? How is it going to change my life? What is it going to give me? What am I going to be able to experience when I have successfully achieved that goal. So it helps me get, I call it, more juiced up. It really gets me sort of thinking about, this is what I want to do. The third tip is actually, can be quite challenging, but it's something that's really, really useful. And it's giving yourself a pep talk in the morning. It's giving yourself a positive boost and psyching yourself up. Now, we have two voices that go in our heads. We have the inner coach and the inner critic. The inner critic is the one that tells you can't do it, says it's impossible, that it doesn't even know why you're bothering to try because you're going to fail. Now, for some of you, that might be the louder voice. But what we want to do, and by working on the pep talk, is the pep talk is the thing that's going to create the coach. The coach is that voice that is there saying, whatever you want to do, if you put your mind to it, you are going to be able to do it, and I'm with you every step of the way. So by giving yourself a pep talk, first of all, one of the challenges is, what do I say? Well, the first thing is, and the first starting base is ask yourself, what would you love to hear people say to you? You know, is it that you are confident? Is it that it's amazing to see you, so relaxed and calm in challenging situations? Is it a thing to say, I can't believe how passionate you are about what you want to do, your business and your family? Is it to say you're a great parent? Is it to say that you're a great human being? Now, this might feel weird at one point, is you're saying it to yourself. But remember, there's no one going to be in the room with you. It's just something about getting you into the right state. Is whatever it is, just think about what is it that you would love people to say to you and write it down. Once you've written it down, then come up with just a few short lines that are focused on helping you get into the right state. Now, the other thing when you give yourself a pep talk, there's a couple of other things to look at. The other one is tonality of voice. How you are speaking to yourself. Because how we speak to ourselves also has a big reflection on how we're going to feel. If you speak to someone, you want to make sure that what we call congruent. So if I am passionate and motivated and wanting to motivate you, it's important that I am doing that. I am in that, in my tonality, but also in my stance, in my posture. You see, if we're slumped, we're closed. We're not able to express how we feel enough. We're sort of suppressing ourselves and we're very closed. But if we're standing up and tall, we're feeling more confident and we're able to express ourselves in a better way. So if we quickly think about the pep talk, we've got what we say, how we say it, and also our posture and about how we do that. So to look at those things. But what I want you to do, and this is where the challenge really comes in, is do it in front of a mirror. See, a mirror is a great way to check your congruence. Because when you're saying it to yourself in the mirror, you immediately see how you're saying it. Are you saying it with meaning? Is your posture good? And what it's about just doing that energy. Now, on top of that, with the music, on top of that, with you've looked at your goals and you're feeling really psyched up, you're going to be able to put yourself in a completely different mindset. You will notice that you're more productive, you're more happier, and the benefit that enthuses through your whole day will be unbelievable. And I just wanted to share this tip because I found it amazingly beneficial in my life, and I just wanted to talk to you about this. That was lesson number 1. It's about starting your day right. Quick recap. So use music. Use it to get yourself in feeling good, into a great mood. Number 2, look at your goals. Have a look at what is it that you're wanting to achieve. Get psyched up about that and get excited about, when I do all this stuff, that's what I'm going to achieve. And really think about it. And the final one is give yourself a good old pep talk. A good positive injection of supportiveness from yourself. And use the word I, don't say you. I's feels a little bit weirder, but weird is good in this case. And it's there to help you. So I just wanted to do this quick video. Take care, have an amazing day, and wish you the greatest success.